Hey everyone, I am Artosis, and alongside me we do have the new Code A caster. It is none other than Moletrap. Moletrap, you just barely got to create. You've been here, what, a week?
Yeah, about 8 days, 7-8 days, something like that. Yeah.
How are you liking it so far?
It's flippin' fantastic. Would be kind of the sort of understatement. Yeah, yeah. It's been really, really awesome. I don't think I've had a day so far in Korea that hasn't been one of the best days of my life.
I like this guy a lot. He reminds me of me. I felt exactly the same way when I came. But let's start off because you've been around for a long time, and of course nowadays most people in StarCraft 2 are a little bit newer. Tell us a little bit about your history in esports.
Well, I started doing Brood War commentary in 2007, late 2007, and yeah, that's pretty much. I started doing Brood War commentary and just kept doing it. I actually ended up being the official WCG US Finals commentator for StarCraft in 08, and that was awesome. That was like my first time actually doing it on stage, and I was like, wow, this is even better than the internet. So that's one of the reasons why I'm so stoked to be here, and just been doing my thing the whole time. I've done a bunch of live events and stuff. Used to cast OSL and MSL live at 3 in the morning from my room or from my car in the parking lot of the college and stuff like that. So, and yeah, I actually didn't have a computer that was capable of playing StarCraft 2 until about a month and a half after release. So I actually kind of missed out on all the hype when the release happened, but then I just started doing my thing again and having a lot of fun with it.
Well, you certainly have, because already, a lot of people are saying, wow, Moletrap and Doe are doing a great job here. And in particular, I do know that last night you had some pretty exciting games, and people are really starting to like your form of commentary. You're becoming one of these really talked about guys. What do you think about this? Have you noticed the difference when going online?
What do you mean, the difference from online commentaries?
Not only the difference from online commentaries, but the difference in your fame, the way that a lot of people are perceiving you, saying, oh my god, this is like a guy that wasn't on my radar and he's really good.
Yeah, well, yeah, as a matter of fact, am I allowed to curse?
You can do whatever you want.
All right, I can do whatever I want.
Do it.
I could disco dance. I did that.
I'll give you money if you disco dance.
We actually disco danced during the cast last night a little bit. Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, no, I have received a lot of shit over the years, and I've just ignored it. I've just been doing my thing anyway. I've mainly casted over the years, like 99%, because it was fun. I enjoyed doing it. So, people hated on me, and I sometimes took the hate, with a grain of salt and tried to adapt a little bit, because I do want to make my cast enjoyable for people too. But anyway, I'm not trying to complain or anything. I'm just saying that it was really weird that the last week or so, everyone suddenly randomly likes me. And it's really, I'm kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop a little bit too, because it's kind of strange, but it's good too. I hop online and I'm like, all right, what did I do wrong? Let's see what people think. What can I improve on? And everyone's like, oh, Moletrap was great. I'm like, wait, what? What, really? So yeah, that's been a definite change that I've noticed in the last week or so. And yeah, it's kind of been fun to see people are like, who is this Moletrap guy? And some of my older fans are like, dude, where have you been for 4 years? I'm like, well, yeah. So yeah, it's kind of interesting that I've been doing this for a long time, and some people are like, oh, this guy's brand new.
The internet is a fickle place with a very short memory. There's no question about that. Well, what are your goals with this exactly? Because as many of you may know at home, GOM TV is running through a bunch of Code A casters, giving everyone kind of like a little tryout, which you're over here for. So do you want to do this as a full-time gig at some point, or what do you think on that?
Yeah, that would be, that's never been something that I set out to do. I didn't start commentating and say, I'm going to put some videos on YouTube so that I can, do it as a living someday. No, you can't That's not something you can think of like when you start doing something, especially when Brood War has like 5,000 total fans in the world. But like now that it seems like a possibility, that's definitely, I think, would be the optimum end game for me, would be to do this full time, be theoretically, I guess, hired on as the full-time commentator for Code A or something like that. That would be kind of like the end goal, but right now, like, I can't really focus on that. Right now, basically, I'm just trying to do as good of a job as humanly possible for this season, just to, you know, do the GSL justice and just show everyone what I can do, basically.
It's quite admirable. I hope it does work out for you. I really do. So I got to ask you, a lot of people don't know about, you know, what you like in StarCraft 2. What kind of players are you drawn towards? Which ones are your favorites? What type of strategies do you like to see? What's your favorite matchup? What matchup don't you like to cast? Give me the rundown.
Okay. I like to see a couple different things, which are sometimes at odds. I like to see crap exploding and things dying en masse, but I also really, really like to see crisp, awesome, perfect play, because that's just like, ooh, you know, really, yeah, I know you know what I'm talking about. You know, seeing someone execute some micro that is like you didn't think was humanly possible before that, that's the best, seeing stuff like that. So it's kind of a little bit of both. I like seeing people do something. Sometimes I say that's at odds because sometimes people doing things perfectly, they do it so perfectly that it makes it so you can't actually notice unless you're really watching. So sometimes perfect games are actually boring because they're macro games or something like that. So on the other hand, I also kind of like just when a lot of stuff is happening. I like action-packed games, basically. Lots of drops going on or back and forth. As far as matchups, I don't have any particular preference. I kind of, I don't know. I kind of like Zerg matchups because the Zerg tends to have more stuff dying and swarms of things dying and pools of blood and that kind of thing. So those kind of be fun. But it all, you know, just depends on the players and the game more than the real matchup, I think. And whatever I haven't watched too much of lately. Sometimes if I watched like 10 TVTs in a row, I'll be like, all right, it's time for some Zerg versus Protoss. But, yeah.
And favorite players?
In Korea?
Anywhere. That's fine.
In anywhere? Let me see.
Lots of thought being put into this one.
Well, there is a lot of no, because I'm trying to think of, like, because there's so many freaking players right now. I don't know if I can even watch enough of any particular few players to say that they're my favorites. I mean, like, obviously, Boxer, Jelizer, Gnata, they're my favorites no matter what they do because they're Boxers, Jelizer, and Gnata. But kind of an MVP fan as well, I must say. Again, probably just because I'm a little biased because he was an old Brood War player and he was really good at Brood War, and so it was kind of cool to see someone in Brood War really take the initiative to switch over to StarCraft 2, and so I kind of was a fan of him because of that. And also he's won 2 championships, which makes him kind of cool.
Yeah, he's pretty neat.
He's pretty neat. Other than that, I can't really think of anyone in particular that I like really stands out, just because there's just so many people playing right now that I haven't like seen enough of any one person to really get an idea of that, I guess. Yeah.
All right, fair enough. Good answers. I mean, I can't argue with you loving the old Brood War pros. They're my favorites as well, except for maybe Clyde. Well, he was a Brood War pro, but you know. Anyways, anything you'd like to plug? Anything you'd like to say to your fans out there?
Well, yeah, I guess to my fans, thanks so much for being encouraging over the years. I was actually terrible when I started commentating, but people liked me anyway for some strange reason. And that's the only reason I kept doing it, is because people were like, oh, this is great. And there were actually times where like I was busy or I was getting a lot of hate and I thought about quitting, and it was like, I was like, okay, well, if I quit, there's like at least a few people that will be really disappointed that I don't put out my next video. So I've got to put it out for them at least. And so you guys are the reasons why I've been doing that. So thanks. That's my word to my fans. And yeah, plugs. YouTube.com/MoletrapSC2 is my StarCraft 2 YouTube. /Moletrap is my old Brood War channel. I don't do as much of that lately, though. And then Twitter/Moletrap, Facebook.com/Moletrap, SC2 is my Facebook. And I just, like Twitter and Facebook, I just put up when I'm doing live events or streaming or something like that. JustinTV/Moletrap, since I'm throwing it out there. Yeah.
Seems like all the players have all those now.
If you go to anything/Moletrap and it's not a Scottish farmer, it's probably me.
Are you sure you're not a Scottish farmer?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I actually was a farmer in Ireland for a few weeks, but not in Scotland.
Wow, that's, I guess, another story for another time. Well, Moletrap, thank you so much, and best of luck in your future of commentary. And guys, make sure that you click on the little link in the YouTube video description to see the DOA interview. My buddy Evoli, giving him an interview as well, so you got to check that out. They are the Code A duo. So thank you everyone so much for watching, and best of luck to you, man.
Thanks.